This is just a standard drop cover, I guess you could call it, for seat, but this applies for any type of console cover, full helm cover, even bench covers, anything that actually is not just resting on top, just as protection, but it's also going down and around the profile or the object. The purpose of this is to show how wows and darts come about and present themselves in the pattern. It's a little bit harder to see in 3D, but in 2D the paper tends to show you where those will pop out at. So what we've done here, it's already taped up here, down here at the bottom of the seat and on the top. This is initially just the paper being draped over the top, and now I'm going to show you how the wows pop out. So I've already taped the sides here, the side of the armrest, because I want this whole piece of paper to come down the side and lay flat here, like such. So once that is stuck there, I'm going to pull this tape down here. That's that. This is just a quick idea, nothing pretty, but that's the concept. We're going for a nice flat side. So now we've got that flat top and that flat side. There's a little bit of slack in here, but if you can imagine this just a straight line point and pull from here to here, and imagine, there's nothing rigid here. Let's pretend that there's a bar right there. So we'll leave that out of the situation here. But in this corner where there's this hard angle change right here, that's where wows present themselves, because these 2 points of pull are naturally causing that angle change. So in between here, just like a rigid wall in a building, that will hold its shape. The canvas will or won't. So what we do is we pull that wow in that corner, and we'll take a center. Once we pulled enough, as much as we can, we'll take a mark on either side, showing the full width of it, and then we'll slowly walk our way down that wow, take marks all the way down to the corner, down to what we call the 0 point where it finishes. Same thing all the way up. Starting from the middle, walking all the way up to the top, mark either side, and that is our full wow. If you're out there patterning, you can put staples on there to hold the full shape. Otherwise, it's kind of isolated just to that corner, because what we're pretending, or what is pretty much happening most of the time, is from here to here, that the effect of that wow has now phased out into the middle. Once I pull that wow over there, in between there, yeah, there's a little bit of an arc, but ideally there's a straight line point of pull here, again, pretending that we have a bar there. So that would be a wow. Closes at both ends within the cover, doesn't run out to the finish edge. So I'm going to scramble, tape this side, it's the same concept. Again, that's the best that tape is ever pulled from me. Again, a little messed up on the armrest there, but let's just show the purpose. Again, taped. Now flat side, I can pull that same wow over here. Ignore that little bubble in that tape. I'll mark it all the way down and the start and stop. So those are wows. We could also, now we pretended that there was something rigid here. There isn't. We could probably manage to pull a wow right there, but it's quite small. May not be necessary for the detail of this cover, and then once it gets scaled and everything. So darts, we have to start on this back corner. So that side is now flat, top's flat, other side is flat. For this type of cover, I will pull it straight down from the back. You have two options. You can pull it down and follow that entire back profile. It's a little bit more challenging, a little bit more overfitting, and would definitely require a zipper or something to get down and fit over top of that. And being how this naturally wants to just take that shortest distance all the way down to the bottom, that would be the smarter option for this type of cover. But pull it straight down, flat on the back, stick that, have a flat there. And what might seem like another wow right here is actually going to be a dart, because it's running down to the finished edge and opening up there. So what we'll do is we'll bring that in where they both meet, and just like the wow, we will mark. If I had a Sharpie on me, I'd be marking down this whole trace right here. Like that. Starting from up here, I'll put a dot. I'll pinch it to the shortest distance where they meet. Mark on either side. Going all the way down, you can see that projection of that back piece all along the side here. Got a shadow of it. all the way down, and I'll take that all the way down the bottom. My paper's a little too short there. Going back to show the mark of the wow, I will pull it at the center here, get as much as I can there, hit that there at the center line. That shows the full width of the wow at the midpoint. I'll put center or end marks here and here. But like I said, I'll also walk down it as it phases out, marking all the way down. And there's the shape of the wow that you'll see on the table when it's flattened out in CAD.
How do you measure that wow?
That wow is by full width. That would be the pinched width, but the full width of the wow is how we'll all discuss it or call the value, be that full open width there. Same thing with that dart. So going back to this one real quick, that's a straight shot right there. Like I said, you could take that back piece and lay it up against the back and then trace down this leg, and with that you would get a trace or a projection of that. It would run out to be about here, but that's a bit excessive in the fit. Same thing here. With that flat, it's going to want to meet this corner, so this is where you wouldn't have a straight dart. It would come down, taking that projection, and then right here, it's going to turn. And then we get this projection. And get that paper turned nice and good right there. Held. It would go like such. So when you lay it flat on the table, you'll see a kind of a hard turn in that dart. And those darts will run all the way out to the edge of the material and open up, whereas the wow stays within the material.